Hello and welcome to Neverwinter Nights 2, and this will be part 63. In the previous part, we completed our trial by combat and defeated Lorne, but of course, us being us, didn't decide to kill him. Black Barriers took care of that later, so we got our justice. We also got Lorne's weapon and a belt, which turned out to be a belt of hill giant strength, which I gave to Casimir. Off recording, I have just sorted inventories, gotten rid of some stuff, identified some other stuff, and one of the things I had in my packs was Mirror Shield. It's a +3 shield with spell resistance 12. Anything else noteworthy? No, not really. I said something about having, I wanted to go down to West Harbor to tell Lauren's mother about her son's lovely behavior, but we have another loose end to take care of first. Let us throw sand away for a second and then take Khelgar with us. He so desperately wanted to become a monk, and I think we should let him. He's going to lose all his fighter abilities and of course all his fighter skills as well. But it is what it is. He'll become a monk. Oh. He could level up, you know what? Just level him up. It's fine. No. Of course, becoming a monk, he will be less of a fighter as such, but anyone who's been watching even parts of my Neverwinter Nights playthrough will realize how powerful monks can be. Of course, because he's a dwarf, his fist won't do as much damage as a human, but the monks gain incredible abilities, and yeah. I have to admit, I will likely park Khelgar after this, until he may be forcibly needed for whatever reason. So, Ham, apparently he's called. I pronounce his name wrong all the time. Khelgar has met one of the trials you put before him. Indeed, then let him speak and we shall see for ourselves. When I was on trial and proven innocent, Khelgar learned what justice is. Well, you heard about the Luskan's envious accusations. When I heard it, well, I saw red. It wasn't fair. It was lies that could have cost us our lives without even getting the chance to fight it fairly. And I realized then that there was nothing I wouldn't do to clear her name, because it was the right thing to do. There's fights you pick and fights that pick you. I mean, you've got something more than just your pride at stake that can be stronger than anything your opponent's got. And such strength is the essence of the trial of justice. You have met all the trials, Khelgar of Clan Iron Fist. If you still wish to walk the path of the just and learn why and how we fight, our doors are open to you. What do you want to do, Khelgar? I am ready as I'll ever be. Very well, come with me, I shall guide you on your first steps of the path of the even-handed. Alright, well, let's get on then. What happened? Well, nothing happened really. He just asked me some questions and then he listened. He didn't even nod. Didn't even tell me to put on any robes. He said that I would know what I had to do next down my path. So how are you going to train? He said that the journey of a monk is one way where you question yourself, the world around you, and evolve accordingly. As long as I persist doing that and take every experience as it comes, he said that I should learn that I don't even need to fight to defeat my enemies. If I watch, wait, and study them, I will have beaten them before they even attack me. This was disappointing to hear since I was hoping to land a few punches, but I think I understand. So what was the obstacle then? I think the biggest hurdle was just learning the tenets of Tyr, just being able to do that was enough. I was hoping for some ceremony or celebration, but Ham said that wasn't how they do things at the temple, and a monk needs no such displays. I'll take him out drinking at a tavern some night and see if he changes his mind though, and maybe crack a few skulls for fun. In any event, we are done here. Let's go out and punch some Gizyanki, Luskins, or whatever it takes. So, Khelgar is now a monk.
Yeah?
He's a level 1 monk, and we got a bit of leveling up to do. I'm just going to recommend all the way through it. Keeping him a fighter or letting him go monk apparently is a debate that's been going on in the Neverwinter Nights 2 community, but it is his wish and quest, and even though he, from a pure raw fighting prowess point of view, would be better off remaining a fighter. It was his great desire to become a monk, so why shouldn't we let him become a monk? It feels right. But that also means, of course, he's got some equipment he can no longer use because he can't use a full blade. The gauntlets of Iron Fist, let him just keep them. He is an Iron Fist, so why not let him use it? I want the smashing hammer back, and I want the headband of intellect back.
Oh, yes.
should have proved robes of the old order. Only usable by monk. So let us hand them over to Khelgar.
Yeah?
There you go, looking spiffy in your new robes. So that is Khelgar done, and it is time to head back to the inn and pick up sand, and then go down to West Harbor and say hi. The party of Sand, Grobnar, and Casimir will be what I will be trying to make use of for most parts. If you want to get the most out of your characters, why are you still wielding your axe that I just grabbed out of your hand, mate?
Yeah?
Okay, I couldn't do that apparently. There we go. Thank you. No, not you.
Me?
You said to quite fast now, because of course monks get increased speed. Anyway, as I was trying to say, you should really switch between the different followers to get the most out of them, but it is quite intentionally that I'm using that party because As I've mentioned about 30 episodes ago, I have never made use of the combination called Casimir Grobner. Sand is a given. Sand is a cool character, he's a mage, he can throw some damage, and he's a cool character. So, I know I've repeated myself, but that was quite intentional, because he is a cool character. Perhaps a bit snobbish, but there's something endearing about him. Maybe we can teach him some modesty. I don't know. I don't find that particularly likely, but do you have to gain any experience with that Khelgar stuff? No. What a shame, but we're just going to pop in and pop out again. I should probably see if Khelgar's got something to say about his monk business.
What is it you want, lass?
Never mind. Apparently, that's a shut down area. I see, I do wonder. Should we bring Sand to West Harbor or Eleni? You know what, let's take Eleni. Why not? No, let's take Sand. Khelgar, you can take a break, and then we'll get the Sand to come along. Accept the party, and head down to West Harbor. We have another task that we need to go and speak to Lord Nashaw about, but that will have to wait. And I will likely catch up on any talky stuff down West Harbor, so expect some chat going on. So, we are back in West Harbor. Let's start talking to Dagon first even.
Ah, you have returned. You still have the shard, don't you? Make your visit brief. You put us all at risk with your return.
I want to know about my mother.
When she was a little older than you, adventure sought her out as well. We met in a tavern and were drawn together by mutual necessity. There were others with us, and some tales of our adventures were told. But not all such stories end well. One day we both realized that of the original band, only we were left. I had had enough of death, especially of those close to me.
Did my mother give up adventuring as well?
Your mother was spun of a different silk and maintained her vitality in spite of loss. When I settled in West Harbor with my Shayla, she would visit us from time to time. A heart can heal over time. I had become content. One day when Esmerelle returned, she was thick with child. Those were good times. Before you ask, she never mentioned any details about your father. And in my homeland, we respect such silence. Then, I lost everything. Again, I cannot speak of this anymore. Please, leave me.
And he actually means that you can't speak to him. So, very, very encouraging, isn't it? Thomas, you got anything new to say?
Ah, I heard you came back, yes? I'm afraid my new apprentice is barely adequate. You probably are here for some sort of reason, I imagine.
This may be a repeat, but it is what it is. Do you have any idea why the Bladelings attacked here?
None. We haven't seen or heard of them since you left. I suspect that you, however, saw more of them, yes? Whatever you took from the village is the only thing they cared about.
Could you tell me any more about the war fort here?
I've investigated that matter for many years, searching for any clues about the demonic army. And in the short time since you've left, there haven't been any remarkable breakthroughs. There may never be any.
Dagon said the scar on my chest is from a demon blade.
Interesting. I was unaware of this. Perhaps I should question your foster father more closely about the events of that time. Dagon leaves me to my business, and I leave him to his. But my research must come first.
Hmm.
None. We haven't. I suspect that you, however, saw more of them, yes? Whatever you... Very well, but...
Aha, apparently you could buy something from him. Not that we likely need anything. But, no, he doesn't have that. Of course, that would have been too easy now, wouldn't it? Any trinkets of any interest? No? I mean, he is the first vendor, so I assume expecting him to have anything super powerful magical would probably be slightly optimistic. There was Sir Thomas. Orlan, you got anything to say? How's the fuels been recently? I've heard it said that the first people came to West Harbor because of one of the oldest sections of dry ground in the swamp. Swamps have plenty of fertile soil, perfect for growing all manners of crops. It's been good like that for years. This past season has been tough though. Why is the season so bad? That's the 3 platinum question right there. We have more water than we know what to do with, and the soil seems as rich as ever too. Okay. Brother Marion we spoke to when we handed in, of course, that was part of the lost chapters. Georg.
So, the great hero returns. Been watching out for danger, like I said? And what about that swamp elf? See it yet?
Swamp elf?
Ah, I see you have. Look at him. A little smaller than I expected, though, for a giant. Looks close enough, I suppose.
And I thought you were the only fool to be spawned from West Harbor. But here we are, not long in your village, and already this fellow proves me wrong.
Where'd you pick this one up?
There was reason enough to go back to West Harbor, just to get that little exchange. Anyway, poor Retta Starling. You're back from your travels, they say it isn't for good. I still find it hard to believe that Lorne was working for those Alaska Knights. You're such a gentle boy. I don't doubt that you had no choice but to fight him, but I do wish there had been another way. What would turn Lorne against Neverwinter? That question is something I shall be struggling with for quite a while. I knew he'd lost his taste for adventuring from the few letters he sent home during the war. So many of his friends were lost and he felt so helpless, especially because he was kept from the front lines. He didn't fight in the war? His captain told him he wasn't skilled enough, but Lorne suspected the man was just jealous. Lorne was strong and militia trained. He would have outshone them all if they'd given him a chance. But none of that matters anymore. No, I will lie his memory to rest and pray that his spirit finds some measure of peace. I think I'd like to be alone now. Farewell. No more from her. I think that is it for this area. Indeed, Dagon doesn't want to speak to us anymore. We can't find what's his face? You know, the one with the hat. Bevel, I think it's called. So, what will happen now is we will swiftly return to Neverwinter and then go and speak to I can find my way out, I can. Lord Nasher to see what it is he wants us to do, because he had a quest for us, or I think it's called a task. 2,151 experience to go. Black Lake. By the way, I only do these things in order to keep my quick math going. Nothing else. But I'm fairly sure we also need to speak to Alderman. Let's go and see first what Lord Nasher has to say, because I should be able to squeeze that into this episode. Barely. Let's speak to Sir Naval for a second. I'm just curious. I know you already had a great deal commanding your attention, but there's a matter I could use your assistance with. With the troubles with lost kittens that we've had, I think you will find this task to your liking. You had our eyes on a local tailor, Laram, for some time now. We believe he's a Luskan agent, but a low-level one. With the Arcane Brotherhood cast out of the city, we expected Laram to leave as well. However, he was observed entering the manor of Lord Tamar in the Black Lake district. We'd like to find out what's going on. As a member of the nobility and national service, you have the right to enter Tamar's manor and detain Laram for questioning. We cannot detain Lord Tamar himself, but keep an eye out for anything suspicious. It is my duty. I will attend to it at once, Sir Naval. Excellent. Let me know as soon as you find anything. You handled that well. Naval respects one who puts Neverwinter before themselves. Man, I well enough for Casimir to like that, so let's see what... Well met, how goes your travel? I'll be going now. Apparently, my travel goes very well, but he said he had more work for us, and then we go and speak to him, and then he doesn't have more work for us. Make up your mind. So, when we come back, we are going to deal with the situation. Lord Tamar's manor thing, whatever he was, wherever he is even. Yeah. Timar, whatever he's called something. It's got a spelling. But it will be for next part. As for now, thanks for watching, take care, see you next time. Bye bye.